Alright, anime fans, imagine living in a world where a machine can look into your mind and decide whether you're a good person or a criminal, not based on what you've done, not based on evidence, but based on what it thinks you might do in the future. Sounds convenient, right? Well, that's exactly why it's terrifying. Welcome to Psycho-Pass, one of the greatest cyberpunk and psychological anime ever created. This isn't just a story about cops chasing criminals. It's a story about freedom, justice, morality, and what happens when society hands over its most important decisions to a machine. And trust me, the deeper you dive into Psycho-Pass, the more uncomfortable its questions become. The world of Psycho-Pass is controlled by something known as the Sibyl System. This massive network constantly scans the minds of every citizen, your emotions, your stress levels, your mental state, everything. The result is your Psycho-Pass. A number that determines how mentally stable you are. If that number gets too high, society labels you a potential criminal, even if you've never committed a crime in your life. And that's where our story begins, because while most people blindly trust the system, some begin to question whether it deserves that trust at all. The story follows Akane Tsunemori, a young and idealistic inspector entering the Public Safety Bureau. She believes in justice. She believes in the law. And she believes the Sibyl System exists to protect people at first. Then reality starts hitting her hard. As she investigates increasingly disturbing crimes, Akane discovers that the world isn't nearly as perfect as it appears. The system makes mistakes, people suffer, and sometimes truly evil individuals slip through the cracks entirely. Meanwhile, she works alongside a group of enforcers, former criminals forced to hunt other criminals. Among them is one of anime's greatest protagonists, Shinya Kagami, a brilliant investigator whose obsession with catching a certain criminal pushes him further and further toward darkness. And at the center of everything stands a villain who challenges the entire foundation of society itself, Shogo Makishima. Now let's talk about one of anime's greatest villains. This man isn't terrifying because he's physically strong. He's terrifying because of what he represents. Makishima sees the flaws of society more clearly than anyone else. He understands the weaknesses of the Sibyl System, and he wants to expose them. The scary part, sometimes he actually makes good points. You won't agree with his methods, but you'll absolutely understand why he's doing what he's doing, and that's what makes him such an incredible antagonist. Now let's talk about the action. For a psychological anime, Psycho-Pass has some surprisingly awesome action. The police use weapons called Dominators. These futuristic guns analyze a target's Psycho-Pass instantly. If the system determines someone is dangerous enough, the weapon can literally vaporize them, and honestly, the first time you see a Dominator in action is a complete holy shit moment. The action isn't about flashy power levels, it's about tension. The anime constantly makes you wonder, who is actually right, and sometimes that's far more exciting than any explosion. Coming to animation and music, visually, Psycho-Pass is stunning. The futuristic cities feel believable, the technology feels grounded, and the cyberpunk atmosphere is incredible. Every part of the world feels carefully designed to support the story. You genuinely believe this society could exist someday, and that's what makes it so unsettling. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. It perfectly balances suspense *, mystery *, action, emotion. Every major scene feels elevated by the music. Whether it's an intense chase or a philosophical conversation, the soundtrack constantly enhances the experience. Coming to the themes, it deals with freedom versus security. This is the heart of the entire series. The Sibyl System offers safety, but it comes at the cost of freedom. The anime constantly asks, how much freedom are people willing to sacrifice for security? And there are no easy answers. Different characters have completely different ideas of justice. Akane believes in reform. Kagami believes some people must be stopped at any cost. Makishima believes society itself is the problem. Clash between these viewpoints creates some incredible storytelling. One of the anime's biggest questions is whether humans should be judged by their actions or by their potential. It's a deeply uncomfortable idea, because if someone hasn't committed a crime yet, can you really punish them? Psycho-Pass forces viewers to wrestle with questions like that constantly, so why it's worth watching? Well, even years after its release, Psycho-Pass feels incredibly relevant, with discussions about artificial intelligence, surveillance, *, data collection, predictive technology becoming more common every year. Many of the anime's ideas feel more realistic than ever. For new-gen fans who enjoy Psychological thrillers, cyberpunk stories, complex villains, moral dilemmas. This anime is practically mandatory viewing. Final thoughts. Psycho Pass isn't just one of the best cyberpunk anime ever made. It's one of the smartest anime ever made. It combines thrilling action, incredible characters, fascinating world building, and some genuinely thought-provoking themes into a story that stays with you long after the credits roll. The battles are intense. The characters are memorable, the villain is phenomenal, but what truly makes Psycho Pass special is its willingness to ask difficult questions about freedom, justice, control, and whether humanity should ever allow a machine to decide what it means to be human. And honestly, the answers are scary as hell. That's it for today. Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more anime content, and I'll catch you in the next one, my anime fans.